Good afternoon, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be with you today, face to face and without a screen in between. And I almost forgot how to use this. Sorry, just to remember. Okay, so that's me. I'm Seham. Before Corona, before I gained some weight. So I'm a technology expert, digital and customer experience transformation expert. With over 17 years of experience, including 10 years in the automotive, and for the last 5 years I've been involved in different projects related to connected cars and bringing or even enabling the new mobility services. And today we will talk about a new challenge and new changes that we are facing today with Industry 4.0, which refers to a new phase of industrial revolution, which focuses heavily on technologies, devices, connectivity, and a lot of tools. And to take a full or even the maximum advantage of all these tools or even the technologies, we have first to place an emphasis of what makes us human, the capacity to learn new skills, innovation, creativity, empathy, and all these basic skills for us as human, our intelligence. And an equal contribution of both men and women, it's really critical to enable this deep transformation, the societal and economic transformation that we are already facing. And I will focus a little bit more on AI for two reasons. One is that AI, as you know, it's already one of the main drivers of change when we talk about the labor market transformation. And the second reason is that we see a big gap when we talk about the gender between men and women in this new technology, and specifically on AI skills, where we see only 22% of AI professionals are women globally, based on the latest report by the World Economic Forum, which is a very big gap that we can see. And based on regional report or study by the Arab Youth Center, sorry, it's in Arabic, I don't have the English version of it, but to say it's only 14% of the entrepreneurs in tech world are only female. So there is a need to have more involvement by women. Why? Because first of all, we all talk and we know the importance of diversity and inclusion. So for sure, numbers shows that companies which has better diversity, of course, it helps to have better productivity and even innovation. It promotes productivity and innovation. And of course, to be truly diverse, we need to bring people thinking from different backgrounds, not only from gender aspects, but of course from different age groups, different backgrounds, different culture, or even nationalities. So the lack of women in AI field, of course, it could increase the risk of gender-biased reproduction when we talk about the algorithms behind the AI applications, and not to forget also the working on ethical AI. Talking about, of course, differences matters. We know the importance of diversity, and diversity in AI is really important because most of the AI applications are based on learning from data. And if we are focusing, or for example, if these data are reflecting specific group of people, whether we're talking about only men or even specific group, we will here face a lot of limitations. And also just differences in data are really important. Of course, the workforces within the group, within any IT or even AI professionals are really important. I'll talk about women specifically and their skills. Women are very special in an amazing way. They have different skills when we talk about the problem solving, showing empathy, or even a lot of skills that can be delivered or even integrated in the machines, which will be tomorrow handling a lot of tasks or even services through the automated services. And women, and especially mothers, can bring also a unique perspective when we talk about, first of all, empathy and ethics, where those are very important when we talk about also designing or even developing the future AI-based applications. And emotional engagement, because we know that the future will be more digital, more VUCA, where we will need to face a lot of, let's say, a fast-changing demand by the customers. And me as a customer, my expectation is increasing. I want things to be done fast or faster. I want things to be delivered in an easy way, and I want end-to-end user experience. But on the other side, we as a business or working from the business point of view, we have been asked to do more with less, and we need to do it fast, and we understand a lot of new demand by different groups of people. So having all these mix of skills or even the understanding, it's very important to have the diversity to understand and to keep the pace with the changing demand, and also to deliver the easy and basic and the good experience to customers. And looking at this report that I just mentioned, the latest report by the World Economic Forum, so if you look here about the gender gap and AI skills, to see it, and I don't know if you have laser here. Yeah. To summarize this slide, women, even if there is a big involvement, which is 22%, which is not big enough, of course, are mainly involved in the use of AI application, but not in the development of AI applications. And this is the risk that we see, and even if they are growing, let's say their involvement is growing, but they are not really gaining gaining enough AI skills with the same speed that we see it from the other gender. So let's agree that the benefits are clear. Having more involvement from women in AI, or even the role to be to contribute in the development of the future AI applications in different industries, not for example only in the healthcare, but also in other industries, including the automotive, e-commerce, and other industries, really important and key. Because, for example, if we talk about e-commerce, most of the online shoppers are women, so we need to know how to deal or even to deliver that basic experience to women and take the maximum money from them to sell them the best. So the involvement of women is very clear, and benefits are just shared right now. And how we can mine this gap, or even how to solve the problem. Of course, here I just summarized because maybe we don't have enough time. I tried to here list some of the points that we can contribute to it in order to decrease this gap. So first of all, when we talk about ensuring that the women at all the stages of their careers are being inspired or even invited to take a part in the development and the use of the new technologies like AI, not only in the use, but also the development. Also, when we talk about education, I think we have here a lot of attendees from education sector. So having a lot of support, scholarships, or even grants women to go and study and understand better the AI and machine learning from engineering side, and educate them about the importance and what could be the roles that they can play in the future, and have even some support when we talk about mentorship. Of course, the diversity and inclusion, when we talk about it from organizational side here, because, okay, despite the fact that many countries, they already reach major, or let's say good results in terms of filling or decreasing the gap between, in terms of the gender in many of the industries like healthcare, education, but for example in automotive or even in technology, as we say, there are a lot of work that needs to be done still. So also give them a priority, or even not a priority, because as we said, it's an equal contribution and opportunity between both genders. Please don't hate me, because I know most of the attendees are men here. So, but at least to give them, because of course, both skills can contribute in a very special way to the development of the future AI applications. And of course, leveraging the power of communities gathering in women in AI or even STEM. So here, maybe I don't know if you heard, there are a lot of communities for some women that I see here in the hall. So there are a lot of communities supporting women in AI, supporting women in tech, and trying to share some experiences or even thoughts or even offer some mentorship programs. So this is also a great chance. Even it was, for example, for me, one of the opportunities for me to be mentored and also to mentor other women and to enable each other in this needed field. So mentorship, I just mentioned this. And mentorship not only by women, but also by men, because even, for example, here in most of the universities, we have some men also mentoring a lot of women, whether we're talking about students or even women working already and entering this new field. So to conclude this part, maybe we can agree that women are key, and we could be one of the key enablers to scale up AI and data science, if you agree with me, and they can also contribute, especially mothers, with a lot of addition when we talk about developing or even teaching the future machine, who's going to place a lot of services or even roles by that, that's supposed to be done by human. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much, and I think I'm good on time if you have any questions. Thank you.